Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. Now we actually have some announcements from the developers who are saying that a patch is going to be coming this week that is currently being tested into Modern Warfare that is probably going to change quite a significant amount of stuff. Now the last patch update, so far we've had two significant ones, 1.07 and 1.08, so I'm assuming the next big one is going to be 1.09 if they continue to go in that order, and it should be coming out at some time this week, which as of recording this video it is Monday night, so we only have a couple days left where this patch update will probably come out. Now we don't know necessarily if it will be one of their midnight releases or 2 a.m. releases. They did say that going forward they want to get more on a regular update schedule, which means that maybe this update will come out Tuesday morning, maybe it will come out Thursday morning, something like that, but we really don't know because there's no official announcement on an exact time, but they have confirmed that this week and that is currently being tested. Going to talk about everything that we can expect in this patch update, or some things that might not come in this update but will come in a future one that these developers have been hinting at. If you guys could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and go for 882 likes. I would really appreciate if you could smack that like button. It only takes a millisecond, and I really do appreciate the support. Has been amazing. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. Be part of the help, join the channel, and hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and break it down and get right into it. So Parasite, who is a professional Call of Duty player, actually tweeted at the developers and said, hey Ashton, Ashton is obviously a developer that works at Infinity Ward. May we get a patch, please? We'd like to play S&D again. Sincerely, the COD esports community. Jared FPS put a little GIF confirming that he was on board with the same sort of stuff Parasite's talking about. And Ashton replied, and this happened earlier tonight, a couple hours ago, this week, currently being tested. So this is what leads us to believe that, obviously announced from the developers, that the next patch is being tested currently and will be released at some point this week. Now, what was Parasite talking about in terms of we'd like to play S&D again? Now, there is sort of something in private matches with this weird spectating bug where it's really game breaking for S&D, where when you die and you could just spectate on your body and basically call out every player, which has really affected the professional or competitive scene. So I believe he's talking about that, and possibly maybe even some other things to do with the footsteps and other glitches happening in S&D. There's another one where like you can lean, or if you're up next to a leaning spot or a mounting spot, you can basically tell when the players are going to plant the bomb, and then you just hop off of that spot and, you know, it's a wide open tell and shoot the player who is vulnerable planting the bomb. There's a lot of different bugs and glitches in this game, but it looks like a lot of those are going to be fixed for competitive players in this next patch update. So this week, what else can we expect to come out in this update? Now, in regards to, Charlie Intel did make an article on this saying in regards to what's included in this update, patch updates for it are not available yet, but the studio has been hinting at some of what is in the works, of course, from the studio. So once these patch notes are officially released, I will of course make a video and talk about everything, but these are some of the stuff that the developers have been talking about, changes that are going to be coming into this game, into multiplayer, and we're not sure if all of these are specifically going to be coming in this 1.09 update, but these are what they're hinting at, and usually the stuff they're hinting at is the stuff that is next to release, right? So this, if some of this stuff does not come out in this next update, it'll probably be in the next one after that or something like that. First of all, kill feed changes that will remove some of the notifications like Avenged You to allow for collats and for other kill chains to show up clean in the feed. Now, this is something that's really good, and I talked about this in a previous video for the sniping community or just the montage community overall. There was a lot of things that would pop up in this kill feed saying, you know, even this player avenged you, this player saved you, even different things that the kill feed was more crowded in this game than it had been traditionally in other games, and that really did affect, you know, if you think about it, if you're going for like a quad headshot feed, you've been trying all day with the sniper, and you get the quad headshot feed, and you look down, and it's 3 headshots, and then it's split by some player avenging another player, or something that's kind of insignificant, doesn't really have to notify every player in that kill feed. That was really upsetting, and David Mickner was making some tweets the other day talking about that this will be changed, and in a future update, it looks like they will be cleaning up this kill feed, and even going above and beyond, because they tried to add in these little features where you would notice when it was a wall bang kill, but that was sort of bad when you would get collaterals, and one of them was wall bang. You couldn't really tell if it was a headshot. It really was just messing with things, and that stuff is all going to be cleaned up. So it is interesting that they try to innovate on, I think even like Vonderhaar was tweeting at them saying like, you know, it's pretty ballsy. It's something, you know, in his own words, what he's basically saying is that it's pretty ballsy to innovate on the something like the kill feed that's been so popular for so long. And it is cool that they're innovating, but of course they took it a little bit too far and are going to dial back on a lot of those changes for the kill feed. Next is many bug fixes and updates to challenges and officer rank progression challenges. There's a lot of challenges that are not tracking properly still. The upcoming update is expected to resolve many of these. And this is something that it's been so long. I mean, this game's been out for almost a month. We're closing in like 3 weeks to a month. I guess this week will be around a month, somewhere like that. But you can see here from example from a tweet right here where Joe Seacott actually tweeted this on November 15th. You know, a player tweeted him saying that there's 99% done and one of the challenges is broken for the officer ranks. And Joe Seacott said a fix coming early next week. Also very impressive, of course. Now, this is interesting because this leads me to believe that, you know, we got Ashton confirming the update this week. He said a couple days ago early next week. So maybe this update will come out on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I'm not quite sure. It could even come out late tonight. We really don't know. But obviously, even though he said early next week, this was a couple of days ago. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they push back their patch times because there's a lot of stuff that's, you know, needs to be fixed in this game, bugs and all that stuff. And even when they update the game, it seems to create more bugs and different problems. So this just confirms that obviously we're getting a patch update at some point this week. And a lot of that stuff is going to be fixed. Now, I know people are going to be asking, will this be fixed specifically? And we just really have to wait and see because every patch update we've gotten so far has fixed bugs and fixed challenges, but there's still a overload of problems with it. So hopefully this one will start to clear it up, and hopefully by the time a lot of people get this game for Christmas, or maybe by the time we're on Black Ops 5, the challenges will work. Now I'm just playing, but you know what I mean. Next is potential updates to the tanks in Ground War. Infinity Ward dev confirmed that they're working on nerfing them, but it was not mentioned as to when to expect it, and also other weapon tuning updates, possibly more changes to the 725, amongst other updates. So this has to go with the tweets that we had from Joe Seacott, basically, where Pamaj tweeted at him saying that, you know, talking about the tank, and Joe Seacott responded saying that we need to nerf the tanks a bit, and another player responded, by tanks, did you mean the 725? Ha, no, but yes. And he also went on to do other things about the 725. There's a tweet here from a person, Logan, who actually deleted the tweet. I'm not sure why. When I went back to screenshot it, he deleted his tweet, but I saw what this tweet said before he deleted it. It was sort of just like a raging tweet, basically saying, take the 725 out of the game, it's ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. And Joe Seacott responded to that saying, further updates incoming, bye. So you can see maybe they're getting a little bit frustrated with people complaining about the shotgun, but I mean, the shotgun's broken. You can't really get mad at people complaining about something that's a valid complaint, especially with overkill and all that, and especially after you've nerfed it 2 times and it still is such a ridiculously strong and broken weapon, in my opinion, on Shoot House at least. If you're playing Ground War 10v10 or normal 6v6, yeah, you don't run into the 725 every second, but if you're playing Shoot House and you get some tryhards, you're going to run into it every single second, and it just makes it really, really frustrating to play. And another thing to point out with that is that someone tweeted out about their greatest weapon in Gloomwood, you know, some sort of other game, hashtag game dev, and this weapon is similar to how the 725 shotgun works, and Joe Seacott responded saying, love the feel of the shotgun fire, smiley face. So obviously people responded to this saying, oh, we know you love the shotgun 725, and sort of trolling him or joking around with it, but it's like, come on, you gotta be trolling. First of all, a couple weeks ago, they're retweeting all these long shots across the map with the shotguns, the message of the day is use claymores, you know, and now stuff like this, I don't know, maybe, I don't like when they do stuff like this. It's like, he knows what this tweet is going to, it's basically just egging on the community, and I guess they have fun with that, but it's like, I don't know, it's sort of an iffy thing. It is kind of funny, but it's like at the same time, come on, can you just fix it, please? Can you make the game playable? We're out here trying to play the game all day, and you guys are making little jokes about it, you know, pretty interesting. But yeah, that tweet that was the most significant there is we need to nerf the tanks a bit. That was on November 13th, so obviously at that time, which was 5 days ago, almost 6 days ago, they were looking into that. I'm not sure if these tank nerfs will come out in this update 1.09 or in a future one. I really hope they do, especially on a map like Quarry, like just getting up there on the hill with the tanks. It just really is frustrating, I guess you could say, but they want to, it's the blend between making the game not just too easy and game breaking where good players can hop in the tank and exploit it, but they also want it to be easy and fun, so, you know, bad players or casual players can hop in and get some easy kills with that sort of stuff. So that's what we have. As far as just other things, Ground War spawn bug where the loadout screen keeps popping up, that was one problem that was happening a lot, and someone tweeted asking, saying, will this be in the next, basically saying, you know, is there a fix for this? this. It keeps popping up, and it's really frustrating. And Ashton said, yes, this is included should testing go well. So as long as the testing works on that, they should be able to figure that one out, which will be nice. Another player tweeted at Ashton talking about an in-match message when you unlock a camo should pop up to get the hype up, and that's actually not in this game, I guess. I didn't even notice, but I guess it's not. And I mean, that was one that definitely, like, on other games when you pop up dark matter unlocked and the player would freak out for the thumbnail, that stuff was always fun. So Ashton responded to that saying totally agree, thank you. So that's obviously something that they are working on, I'm guessing, as well as Dysfunction, who is a S&D player, tweeted at Joe Seacott talking a bit about the footsteps, and he says even more that the ADS crouch settings are coming. They aren't where we want them yet. I'm guessing that's what he meant. He said they sent where we want them yet, but I'm guessing that's just a typo. And this was interesting because they were supposed to fix these footsteps in the last one with crouch and ADS, and it didn't really work out too well. It was a lot really underwhelming, I guess, if that is that even a word, but you know, it was underperforming the update that we wanted. So they're saying that it's coming out in the next one, but it's like, it's another thing like this. It's like we're just waiting on these footsteps to be good. And I think really, if you are crouch walking, you should be really, really quiet, right? Like, isn't that the whole point of it? But anyway, this is some of the stuff we can expect in this 1.09 update. Definitely think we're going to get some more weapon tuning, and probably specifically on that 725. Hopefully this tank nerf and stuff comes out. And the main thing is fixing those footsteps still and getting to a point where a lot of these bugs and, you know, kill feed changes, bugs and challenge things, you know, game crashes, annoying pop-ups. There's also these ridiculous bugs and game-breaking glitches that are going around where people actually figured out a way to sabotage the enemies and like mess up. If there's some sort of game-breaking glitch where you can switch what the enemy's kill streaks are mid-game using some sort of exploit, and another one where you can loop your kill streaks unlimited with like AC-130s and ground war by switching your class to a specialist. It's like some ridiculous game-breaking glitches that I'm hoping that, you know, they get on this stuff and fix it before everyone in the community starts exploiting this stuff, just like what happened, you know, when you can get the nuke in the tank. And there's just, it seems like every single day there's some new game-breaking glitch popping out in this game. So hopefully these updates do fix a lot of this stuff and do not add anything more. And in terms of weapon balance, I'm hoping we get some changes with that as well. Maybe some changes to overkill. They haven't hinted at anything like that, but that's one thing that I think is a bit overpowered. But yeah, this is the typical stuff we can expect coming from this next patch update. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, that'd be absolutely amazing. This update will probably be coming out next couple of days. I mean, they said at some point this week, so look out for it in the next couple of days. I'll of course make any more announcements that we have, any more leaks, and cover the official patch notes and update when it is released. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video if you guys could and made it to the end, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll catch you on the next one, and I'm out. Peace.